What is up, guys? It is CODMD here, and I'm here with your review of the long-awaited Easy Flash 4. Now, this is a flash cartridge for the Game Boy Advance system. It works with Game Boy Micro, Game Boy Advanced SP, and DS Lite, as of what I know. I have not tested it on the original DS because I do not own one. I have tested it on the Micro, however I do not own one. I have a friend's Micro, but that does not matter. We're here for the review. Now, as you can see when you first start off, it looks like a really nice cartridge. The clear, whitish kind of shell lets you see the inside a bit. It looks really nice. Kind of gives it that technical feeling to it. This works great. I have used this for a while now, and cartridge runs fine. There's no lag spikes because what it does is that it installs the game you're about to play into the hard drive before it plays it. So there's no emulation. It is playing in real time, so no lag spikes. It plays like a real game. Overall, the structure of the cartridge is really well. It's held together by this screw right here and a bit of glue to it, to be honest. I was kind of disappointed at that, but then I've seen that the glue actually is really good and it won't come apart for me at all. On the side here there is a mini SD slot, and obviously you have a mini SD card. As you can see here, this is a camera SD card, but it really isn't. It is an adapter that you can use for your computer, and it has a mini SD in it. This is the SanDisk mini SD card, 2 GB. It can only run 2 GB cards, and I highly recommend the SanDisk mini SD because it slips in easy and slips out easy. If you have one of those micro SD adapters, and here that you have the micro SD card that comes out, I highly don't recommend using that. It's really hard to get out. There's some connection issues with it. Just overall, you want the SanDisk one. I have not had a problem with this at all. So, fits in the Game Boy. Really nice. It has a bit of a bigger overlay right here, so it's easier to get out. And easy to get out, just like a regular Game Boy cartridge. So, slips in easy, slips in out. Pretty simple. So if we just turn it on here, starts up like a regular Game Boy. Now it's going to come up with a hold L to bypass, and you don't need to actually do that. That's only if you just played a game and you were saving on it. You'd have to turn it off, turn it back on to save, and if you didn't want to save, just for any odd reason, you'd hold L to bypass the saving process. I have realized that if you hold L to bypass, when you turn it on again, you can still save the same save file. It doesn't actually bypass it, it just bypasses saving for the moment. So you can see here, there is, well, you won't get this theme for it. You will get a horrible, an absolutely horrible Star Wars theme. I mean, it is bad. So I changed it to this Clear Looks theme that I found, and it is great. It has the latest firmware, which was from 2009, I believe, the version 1.720, and when you turn it on, if you'd like to have this theme, or whatever theme you're using, there's going to be 5 options. You can have your SD card, your text files, Minesweeper, not sure why there's built-in Minesweeper, but it's actually kind of fun, settings, and help and facts. If you just got this, say, factory made, or if they turned it all to factory settings, depending on who you got it from, if you want, it'll be out in Chinese. You will not be able to read anything. So what you'll have to do is that the arrow will start up at the very top, just go down 3 times, press A again, and choose English. if you're going to save, you want to keep it on auto. You do not want to have a manual saving. The help and facts actually changes with the theme. There would originally be like, go to this website for any help and facts about the Easy Flash for any errors or any problems, which I have not experienced any problems with it. But right now, as you can see, it's just the clear looks kind of help thingy. But there is Minesweeper on here, like I explained. I was kind of surprised. There's only 20 bombs to it, actually, so if you know how to play Minesweeper, this actually can get sort of addictive. So, yeah. Minesweeper. And obviously, if you suck, you screw up, and you die. So, the bookmarks, which is the text files, I have honestly no idea what this is for. Maybe you can upload text files onto your SD card if, like, say, you have a saved game, like here, this is where you are if you forget, all that kind of stuff. Now, you have to notice there is a game here that the SD card is actually up here, but there's one game that is right there. That is saved to the NOR, it's some kind of RAM system in the cartridge. So if games are too big to run on the PS RAM, you have to install it to the NOR, and I'll show you what that is in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And what you do, if you've installed something to your NOR RAM, you press the select button. It's going to say delete, you press A, you give it a couple seconds, and it'll delete it. Now, when you first press on this, there'll be an SD card. Open that. Now, if you have a fresh SanDisk, so if there's nothing on it, you won't have any of this. I'll actually make a video tutorial on how to really get a full grip of the Easy Flash 4 experience. But I have a saver folder which holds all of my save files, and I have a Game Boy Advance folder which holds all my GBA ROM files. Now, there is a limit of how many games you can have on here, but you can have, I believe, 80. I'm not too sure about that, but I believe 80. So usually you'd only have one game for a cartridge, so that's pretty good. So if you come in here, as you can see, I have a lot of Pokemon sort of fan hacks here, just because I like a lot of them. But yeah, and what you do is that if it's low enough to play on the PS RAM, such as Pokemon Light Platinum, which is my favorite hack, I recommend playing that. You're just going to press A and it's going to load it. What that does is that it loads it into the hardware, so it doesn't use emulation, it plays it like a real Game Boy game. So it doesn't take too long to load. As you can see, it's already past 60%. If you're willing to wait like 10 seconds before you start to play the game, well worth it, than rather playing it and having a crap load of lag spikes. As you can see, it starts up like a real Game Boy game. Your original Ruby kind of loading screen here. Since this is a ROM hack of Ruby, but we're not going to go too far into the actual game. We're going to stay around maybe just the basics. But to prove that it's not a real Ruby, it is a hack. As you can see, this is one of the openings. This actually changes from Darkrai to Arceus. I don't know why. But, so you can see, Easy Flash in there. Not messing around or anything. So you can see it can run the game really well. It has really nice graphics. No lag spikes at all. Never, ever. And I was kind of surprised of how you could even get this kind of DS quality onto here. But runs really well. And when you put games on here, there is an option to use something which is called the reset. And what that does is that if you say saved and you want to save now than rather saving than later, you'd hold L, up, A, and B at the same time. Hold them all. Goes back to the main Easy Flash 4 menu. So that's really nice to have. So now I'm going to get into the part of using NOR. What that is it's just a RAM kind of thing in the Easy Flash system that uses the entire system to run the game. So if I press A on here, it says welcome, PS RAM is not enough. So I cannot play it like a regular game. Instead, I'll have to press select on the ROM and say write to NOR, press A, and it is going to erase what's on the NOR right now, give it enough free space to download the game, and then you can play it. The best thing about using this for the NOR is that it doesn't have the loading system. It doesn't load anymore. It doesn't go through that percentage of loading. You just press A and it plays the game immediately because it's already loaded onto the cartridge. So that's pretty much what it's doing. Now, it's not permanent. You can delete it and it doesn't take up any space at all. Once you delete it, you can keep putting games on it. But the NOR can only hold one game at a time, which isn't too bad, to be honest. It's better than nothing, but the NOR is really good to have. Now, the Easy Flash 4. For those people that are trying to find an Easy Flash 4, I do know a YouTube channel that you can get Easy Flash 4 from, which is where I got this. It included the box, which I have not with me at the moment. Sorry about that. But it comes with the Easy Flash 4. It comes with a nice clear case, which already got me hooked right there. And it comes with the adapter and the SanDisk mini SD card. So when you usually buy the Easy Flash 4, it wouldn't come with any of that. It would just come with the Easy Flash 4, and in the box, of course. But the Easy Flash Corporation, whatever, in Hong Kong, they stopped producing Easy Flash 4s. This is why they're so rare to find, and they're so popular because of how well they are, how good at running games and everything that they are. And since we haven't seen like any activity at all from the Easy Flash company, obviously Game Boy's out of date. They're not going to make any more of them. I don't think anybody's going to make any more of them. But if you can, get your hands on one. It is worth it. You will enjoy it. And if you ever get too old for a Game Boy or you just lose interest in it, you can sell them for a really high price. So, well worth it. So, it's only going to go through this process once of writing the game. So, as you can see, it's around 73 megabytes of writing this game. And I believe this game is only 108 megabytes. I'm not too sure, but it'll download really fast. So, Easy Flash 4 overall, the best Flash cartridge I've ever seen. I have seen the E-Link, and I have tried that. So many lag spikes, constantly. I've tried playing Light Platinum on that Flash cartridge once. Horrible, just absolutely horrible. Now, it's okay if you want to play some, like, maybe 7,000 KB games like Metroid and stuff, but if you want to play a Pokemon game, it is not what you want to have. You want to have your Easy Flash 4. I will make later tutorials on some walkthroughs with it, like on the computer, how to get games onto there, add the save patch so you can save the game, the reset patch, all of that, where to get the Clear Looks theme, because that Star Wars theme is absolutely horrible. Dead horrible. As you can see here, it stopped, so it's going to finish writing it. It's going to check through all of it, and when it's done, it's going to disappear. And then your game will be written to the NOR. But yeah, I'll have more tutorials on this and walkthroughs. As you can see, if we go back, there's now Pokemon Victory Fire on the system, not the SD card, because the SD card is up here. So we're going to press that. There's no loading at all. It just tells you which game you're about to play. As you can see, loads up. Starts through your kind of hack theme here. And Pokemon Victory Fire. The battery in the cartridge actually does recharge, surprisingly. It is a rechargeable battery. Whenever you have it plugged into your Game Boy, it will recharge when it needs to. So you might want to keep that charger for your Game Boy around. It doesn't kill the battery too fast, but it's really nice to have the rechargeable battery in the cartridge. I know that the compact version of this for the DS system does not have a rechargeable battery, so when that dies, that dies. This one, however, has a rechargeable battery, so it's really nice to have. So I'll just give you a quick demonstration of the saving process. So if I want to save right here, I'll go down to save the game. Already saved file, would you like to overwrite it? And I mean, it saves really fast. You press yes, done saving already. However, you're actually not done saving. Reset it, hold L to bypass, and instead of saying this, give it a second, and it will start, say, waiting, writing, saver, Pokemon, whatever it's called, whatever game it is. This just happens to be Victory Fire. And it doesn't take too long to save. It's really fast. Well worth it. Best cartridge I've ever seen. And if you like it, there'll be a link in the description to actually go get one for yourself. There is a limited supply, as I've said, due to the demandment cost and the fact that they've stopped making them, and they didn't make too many of them. Some of them get destroyed, all that kind of stuff. You want to go grab one now while you can. This link, as of July 4th, 2013, sorry. As of 2013, they still have them. They're still in stock, so go get one now before they're all gone. Highly recommend it. Link will be in the description. See ya. I'll bring some videos back at you soon.